Hey everybody, it's Joshua with Phatt on Gaming, joined here by James.
What's up, everybody?
So, a lot of exciting news in the Star Wars world. We got a second drop of a Rogue One trailer.
Yeah, we did, and it was nice.
I know, so if you haven't seen it, this is your chance to see it, because we are going to break this trailer down for you. So, without further ado, I think we're going to go ahead and jump into it. If you haven't seen the first trailer, we're going to be referencing a lot into it. Pause this video, go onto our channel, go check it out. If you haven't subscribed yet, try that too. You'll get alerts every time we do a trailer breakdown like this.
Whoop, whoop.
So let's go ahead and get into this right now. All right. So we are started right off the bat with a view of a planet. What planet? I don't know what planet that is. I think that might be the planet in the very beginning that they're hiding on, right?
You think so?
Or he's living on, yeah. It looks like a kind of like weird Swedish, Norwegian place.
Yeah, and that does look like a shuttle craft coming in. So yeah, that could be exactly what it is.
So, I mean, this whole plays a story right at the beginning.
There he is.
Yeah, you see how it's like, I love this planet.
Yep.
Look at these Death Troopers. Oh, I love the Death Troopers.
Coming from Mads Mikkelsen.
So there's Mads Mikkelsen right there. He's been in a lot of movies out there. He played Hannibal in the show Hannibal. He's been in a movie called, it's called The Lost Viking. It was called Valhalla.
Yep.
Valhalla Rising. There we go.
I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty quiet movie. It's artsy fartsy, but he's been in a lot of different movies. He's played a lot of characters. Very, very proficient actor. I believe he's either Dutch or Swedish. I can't remember correctly.
Yeah, one of those European countries
he's Scandinavian.
Right there. Definitely.
So, very well-versed actor. I'm excited to see him in Star Wars because I know that he's going to bring some great stuff to things. So,
And obviously, he's her father.
yes,
clearly.
he is Jen Erso's father, Galen Erso, in this movie. Galen Erso, he has some importance to the Death Star, as you'll see. Obviously, the director, Kenrick, I believe his name was, Orson Krennic, is coming down to get him or retrieve him for some point. So he's talking to his daughter right here.
And we were talking before we started recording. Josh thinks architect of the Death Star. I'm going with Laser Master. He is in charge of building that particular...
He's an architect
of something.
He's
yeah, of
very
something.
integral to this.
Definitely.
So, here we have Orson Krennic coming back to the to him. He's followed by his little squad of Death Troopers behind him.
And you don't show up with guys this badass unless you're taking someone by force.
Correct.
Period. End of story.
I mean, you don't mess around with that kind of stuff.
No, you don't.
But I think that he's going to have a really important part of the whole, like, the very integral part of being a villain.
Oh, I think so.
And I think that he's going to be the first time we see in a while a villain who is truly hateful. Because if we think about all the Star Wars that we've seen recently, we've seen a lot of villains who are relatable.
Yes.
But we haven't seen anyone who's just a fucking monster.
Yes,
and
correct.
For a long
and
time.
not even Tarkin, who was, a pretty hardcore bad guy. Even though he gave the order to destroy Alderaan, he was not what you would call a monster. But I agree with you completely. I think this guy is nothing but a monster. Not Mads Mikkelsen, but
I think
he's forced. I 100% think he's forced into this.
So Mads Mikkelsen's obviously forced into this. So she wakes up. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. So here we are.
Back on Jeddah.
This is Jeddah. This is the planet, the city of Jeddah. We get to see more shots of the what's it called?
The spaceport.
Yeah, the spaceport.
Yep.
We get to see the Imperial cruiser. Now, there's something a little important I want to go ahead and point out about Jeddah. Jeddah, if I recall, the name reason it's called Jeddah is I think it was the first planet where there was a temple to the Jedi on.
I believe you're correct.
And we'll see some other cool stuff here later in the trailer that kind of alludes to that in a very direct measure.
Something I didn't even notice the first time I watched the trailer.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's shoot a little bit forward through here. Look at boom, here they go. They're getting on here. They're rescuing her, getting at you. And right there, look
Boom.
at that. Okay.
Now, if you don't see it, clearly that giant statue is holding a broken lightsaber.
That is the giant statue of a Jedi.
And see, when I first saw this trailer, I did not notice the lightsaber in his hand. I just focused on the statue. That was all I saw. Josh pointed that out to me, and I was just mind blown because I had no idea that this planet used to have a temple on it.
It's large.
And because it had the temple on it was because of the crystals.
Yes. Well, I think that this planet has an influx of kyber crystals. And I think they have a mining operation on the planet that's trying to get a large amount of these kyber crystals, which you only need small amounts for lightsabers. But for something as big as, say, a Death Star laser, I believe that is why they're on this planet, is to get those kyber crystals.
They're going to need a hell of a lot more. And for those that don't know, as Josh mentioned a moment ago, these kyber crystals are placed as focus points inside of lightsabers. They can give it different abilities. They can give it different blade length, all kinds of different attributes.
They make light make damage.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that's going to play a really integral part. And now that I think this is a mining operation, I kind of want to say that something coming later in this trailer. There's something coming out of the ground. And I think it might be an explosion coming out of the ground.
You know what? Maybe that's what we saw. Yeah,
it's a mining operation get blowed up.
And you know what I just thought about? The crystals that are used to make lightsabers. Almost nothing is strong enough to stop a lightsaber. That's why they're making the laser out of it.
Yep.
Because they know how strong this beam will be.
Yep.
Oh.
We got this, so you heard it here first. Huh? So let's continue on. We got she's in the back right there. This is Yavin right here. I want to point out that this is a New Hope Yavin.
Yavin 4.
Yeah, Yavin 4. You have where you see the temple in the background, and it kind of gives you got the X-wing in the foreground. That's the Yavin that we love and know from A New Hope. Before, obviously, that's where the Battle of Yavin 4 or 5. I can't
Yavin 4.
Whatever. It's the Battle of Yavin.
Yeah, Battle of Yavin. BBY. Now, it's an interesting point for those who this is now considered Legends and no longer canon, so maybe we'll get it working with this at some point. But this is where Luke Skywalker first built his Jedi Academy after the events of Return of the Jedi, because there were dark node points all over Yavin 4. Yep. And so that's why he wanted to create light side shit on this planet.
I think it might have been Frieden Nad was buried there, an old Sith Lord.
Yeah, one of the old Sith Lords. Yeah, correct.
I don't know if it was Frieden Nad. It might have been someone else.
I can never remember which one's buried on what planet.
It wasn't Marcus Ragnos. I don't think it was Frieden Nad. It was somebody. It was excessive. So
yes.
All right, going further along, we have you got your
captain. It's the captain.
Yeah, you got the captain. You got Mon Mothma, man. She's looking nice, looking in there. So
here he is again in uniform.
Yeah. So here we have more Mads Mikkelsen. He's in a uniform right here. So
he does not look happy.
Right. He looks like he's being forced to work. He's probably giving a report or something right now, maybe.
And notice he does not have a standard Imperial uniform on.
Right, because he's a civilian.
Right, and that's more to the point of being forced to do this.
I love the stormtroopers in the back, though.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling this guy might be some kind of secret badass, and that's why they need that kind of those troops there.
I don't know. Maybe they're waiting for Darth Vader to show up.
That might also be it.
So
maybe you're right.
So let's continue forward.
There he is, a douchebag.
I want to point out in this scene that jacket that he's wearing. That is straight up like a 1970s jacket.
Oh, yeah.
And what I love about that is because back in the 1970s when they made the first Star Wars,
that's what they had.
Wore those jackets. That's the kind of jackets that they had. Mm-hmm. So they brought back that jacket as a costume because that's the era. So he's obviously... I love it because it feels old.
Yes, and it's the only white uniform we've ever seen.
True.
Ever. Except for Stormtroopers,
he's a director.
Yeah, he's the director of the Death Star.
So he's the director of the Death Star, which is... exciting. So let's push forward.
The weapon.
All right. So what's next here?
We got the Death Star peeking up.
Yep.
The thing looks monstrous.
There's
so
the
here
captain.
They're all
the
on
pilot,
here.
the soldier,
all of
the
them.
monk.
I'm really excited. You got more of that Yavin 4 in the background there.
What are we gonna call us? Rogue One.
Yep. Boom. Push forward. Oh, that's the Death Star target system. Look at right here. You have the director Kinnick.
This is an interesting focal point, I think.
Yeah, he's speaking to Darth Vader, but look at the candidness that he's showing. I think it's the passion talking about his project.
Or he's just being cavalier because he thinks he's more powerful than he is.
I don't know if that's the case, but I think that Kinnick is one of those people who was like, mumbo jumbo the Force, and of course Darth Vader being an incredibly Force powerful user is like that's the one thing I have going. So Kinnick's not afraid of Darth Vader. It looks like but he is speaking to him about the battle station, about how powerful the battle station is, and I think Darth Vader fucking knows, but I don't think he really cares. So we'll see. Right here is. We'll see how candid it really is.
I like that it's interesting because there's only been one other person other than the Emperor who's ever been able to tell Darth Vader what to do, and that was Grand Moff Tarkin. And this guy is speaking to him even more cavalier, and I think that's going to play some sort of role.
It's going to bite him in the ass.
I think so.
So let's push forward a little bit. Bam! Look at that. That's fucking cool. Right there. That back of his head.
That's got to be Tarkin.
That is 100% fucking Grand Moff Tarkin.
Has to be Tarkin, dude.
Now, I will say that they did not get another actor to replace the actor who passed away. They were going to do a weird CGI thing.
Okay.
But...
So they're just going to make him younger?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't have his white hair yet.
Okay, fair enough.
So he's going to be a little bit older, a little bit younger. He's still going to be, in between. But Grand Moff Tarkin, this is obviously him coming. You see the white in the background.
There's
Grand
the
Moff
director.
Tarkin is like, okay, now that this battle station is primarily kind of functionable,
show it off.
I'm fucking in charge. This is my shit now. I'm the Grand Moff. I'm in charge of this Death Star. You were just a fucking director.
You think there's going to be some sort of jealousy battle there?
No, because Grand Moff clearly won.
True.
Grand Moff, because Grand Moff is smart. Grand Moff doesn't let his ego get the best of him for the most part.
Never.
So let's go ahead and head forward into here. So he's walking forth. You got more of the targeting systems, and then you have all the rebels talking about.
And they're obviously scared. Obviously scared.
So they need a win, and that's what this movie's about. Right here.
This top part here, this is sad.
This is Saw Gerrera, man.
Yeah. The badass Saw Gerrera from Clone Wars, and that we saw in the original trailer, still looking like a first Rogue One trailer, still looking like a badass. And now in this one, not only do they show him with his amputated legs, but with a cane as well.
He's wounded. He's hurt.
Definitely
He's had to move more into a leadership role.
Yep.
Maybe more in an ancillary. I'm going to help the rebels as much as I can, but I can't fight no more. But I'll help you learn how to fight.
I wonder if that's how he got Forrest Whitaker eye.
Maybe. Or it could be the fact that he's Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, maybe.
So we, I don't know. I guess we'll see what role he's going to take on. But I feel like he's more like, let me teach you how to fight guerrilla style.
So you think he's more like an instructor, like lead instructor, maybe?
Kind of. I mean, his whole entire life he has been spent fighting guerrilla the Empire style. Or fighting some sort of oppressive guerrilla style. So
it was a trade federation back in the day. Yep, right. And so now the Empire.
He's the expert. He's fought one oppressor after the other. He fought the oppressors in his homeland. He fought the Trade Federation in his homeland. Now he's fighting the Imperials in Jedha. I believe, and I want to say the reason he's in Jedha is because he has firsthand come in contact with the Force.
Really? You think so?
He was trained how to fight by Anakin Skywalker,
true,
Snips, and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, true, but he wasn't Force sensitive.
No, he doesn't. But firsthand experience seeing the Force.
Oh, okay.
Like being in contact. Like he didn't see the Force, but he's in contact. Like he knows.
He knows how it works. Okay,
I
got you.
Personal level. Like,
okay, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
So let's go ahead and move forward.
There he is.
Force Whitaker.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if that suit he's wearing. Because the first time we saw that suit, we saw him from basically the chest up. Now we're seeing his full body here. I wonder if that suit is keeping him alive somehow.
I think that they probably won't explain it in the movie, but I think that there's definitely, it might be like a Bacta suit.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Because he's been blowed up a fucking bunch.
Yeah, absolutely. And because that's just an odd. If it's armor, that's an odd thing for a man, amputated legs and a cane, to be wearing.
That's true. You got the tubes going in.
Yep, exactly. I think that is keeping him alive, like Darth Vader's suit does for him.
Kind of, yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, a little bit more discount here, though.
Yeah, This is from the Fam Bam store.
He went to fucking Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
He's like, I need some tubes. All right, pushing forward. Here you got all the rebels talking about hopes, and they're like,
"We have hopes. This is a rebellion, yo."
That's the facility I believe that they're going to be attacking at some point. Now, I have a very interesting theory about the facility. So, in the extended universe, there was Operation, or codenamed Skyhook as it was, which was the operation to steal the Death Star halves. It was the Battle of Taparala.
For those who keep saying that was the Bothans got the plans in the next one.
That was Death Star 2.
Death Star 2.
This right here, the Death Star plans were stolen by so many different people. Throughout the course of Star Wars EU. But the biggest, most, I guess, canon for EU was the Battle of Taparala, which took place on a planet where there was a communications or some sort of elevator facility on the ground, and it was both a ground-based operation where the rebels had to go, because they stole the plans, but they had to transmit them to the Tainted Five using codename Skyhook. And unfortunately, the nearest communication array that could reach that deep space was under Imperial control, so they attacked it. And it was one thing after another. They got the plans. They attacked the operations centers at the communication centers, transmitted the plans all at the fucking same time.
And then they had to destroy it all so they couldn't radio for reinforcements or tell where the signal went.
Right. And so I think that's what's going to happen in Rogue One, which is great because that makes the battle of Taparoa kind of canonical.
Which was prior to Legends.
Right. Which was prior to all this. So theoretically, they are taking that battle and they're like, we like how this played out. We're putting it in the movie. So it's going to be Rogue One is canon now, but I think they're going to be nodding really hard at that EU. So
I think you could not be any more right, sir.
Pushing forward, you have all the rebels pushing up, which is good. I like, man, I'm loving all the aliens and bam, bam, bam. Look at that.
That dude is such a badass.
Fuck yeah.
I'm still convinced he's going to end up being a clone trooper from the Clone Wars.
Oh man, these guys are fucking so cool. Like, we're gonna push through. So
satellite communication.
Fucking love X-Wing. This is obviously the satellite communication right here.
Because what do you want to do for a living, Josh?
I want to be an X-Wing pilot.
That's right.
So I want to be in an X-Wing starfighter my entire life. But yeah, that's obviously above that blue planet.
Yep.
So
that is not Jeddah.
Right. So who knows what that planet's called?
Yeah, who knows? Then you know what, though? I think you're right with the communication center / space elevator. That's where it goes. Right there.
All right, let's push forward a little bit. And then... God, I love it. So good. And then, this right here.
This. Okay, what the fuck is this?
I came to this revelation a little earlier. We were talking about this when we were reviewing the trailer before we started recording. But this right here is obviously something exploding out of the ground, exploding and crashing in. This is exploding out of the ground, which is case in point by like fucking flaming shrapnel coming out of it.
And then in a moment, which we don't see in this particular frame, but you see electric arcs going across the surface of whatever this thing is, which leads me to believe now could just be a straight up explosion, but it leads me to believe it's something mechanical coming from the ground.
Or was mechanical at one point. And the reason it's fucking up is because it's being blown up. I think that might have been the mining facility.
Possibly.
For the Kyber crystals, and they fucked it up.
Because clearly we're seeing a view right here from a temple. That's obviously some sort of man-built structure.
It reminds me a lot of Korriban.
Yeah, you know what? It absolutely does.
Yeah, especially that giant statues, the desert.
Only this is like, dude, this is the Jedi Korriban.
Jedi Korriban. Yeah.
Holy shit.
What's with ancient civilizations on dusty fucking planets?
I don't know, man.
This planet can't sustain life. Let's build a temple.
Look at Egypt.
That's a good point. It's a throwback at Egypt. It really is.
Yeah.
But Egypt was sustainable. They had the Nile River.
That's true.
It was a lot greener than people give it. So. All right. And push forward. Bam, bam.
He's mad. He is mad.
That's Darth Vader being a total fucking badass out of the fucking smoke. Pissed as shit.
You know what this is? This is him getting up at his face and he said, "You said this was going to work." That's what's going to be this kind of conversation.
This is the fastest I've ever seen Darth Vader move.
Ever.
And he is coming for fucking the Director Kinnick. And Director Kinnick is fucking probably shitting his pants.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what I feel like this scene is one of the last scenes in the movie. Kinnick lost the Death Star plans. Now they're in rebel control. And he's like, you didn't think the fucking Force is real? Well, feel this bitch, and just starts choking him out.
You think he's going to choke him, or do you think he's going to like do something else to him?
I think he's going to
crack his sternum.
Fucking Darth Vader is going to murder.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yes.
If Kinnick doesn't get blown up.
Now, in the first trailer breakdown that we did, you surmised that the TIE fighter was Kinnick that shows up, and that could still be it. This might be Vader going up to him saying, "This is your last chance."
It could be.
It could be.
Who knows? We'll find out.
We will.
Fucking soon!
Yeah! December.
Oh, it's so close. Okay, so there he is.
That was Maz. And this is him, and that was Saw saying, "Keep the hope, keep the dream alive.
Keep it up." Oh, that's it right there.
There it is. Oh, God.
So, I cannot wait for this movie, personally, specifically because I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I know so much about Star Wars, it's ridiculous, and I could know more. And the fact that more of these movies are coming out, and this is the first anthology film, because it's not Star Wars Rogue One.
Right.
It's Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Yep.
And I have been reading around the internet that this is going to be the darkest movie.
Ever yet so far.
Yeah,
yep,
ever
correct.
yet. So it's going to be dark. It's going to be violent.
Yep.
It's probably just shy of an R rating, to be completely honest, because it's gritty. It's a gritty story about people who aren't Jedi, who aren't, big ass heroes. It's about your fucking everyday soldier doing his fucking job.
It wasn't just the Jedi that won those wars.
It's ordinary people in extraordinary circumstances.
Outstanding.
And I think that it's going to be phenomenal. You're going to be able to connect with every single one of the characters in the story. And it's just going to be an all-around amazing film, and it's looking like it so far. And the fact that it feels like Star Wars: A New Hope.
It does.
Because what's the sequel to this movie called?
Star Wars: A New Hope.
Star Wars: A New Hope.
Who do you think you're going to most identify with character-wise? I know who I think I'm going to. Who do you think you're going to?
That's a good question. Probably any. I think the pilot.
Pilot?
But he looks a little bit neurotic for my taste. Like,
Possibly.
I'm not a neurotic guy.
I personally think you're going to end up identifying mostly with the captain. That's what I think. I think that's who you're going to mostly identify with. Myself personally, I think I'm going to identify with the soldier that I think is a clone trooper.
Clone trooper.
That is me 100%.
I see it. I can see it. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Who knows? I may identify with Jin.
Maybe.
So,
yeah.
You know, I really excited. I want to know more about these characters. I want to see how they'll do. I want to see what kind of like books and stuff are going to be released with this.
I can't wait to see her be a badass.
Yeah, oh yeah. No,
that's what I'm most excited for. I want to see her be a badass and save her dad's life.
If I recall, this is the first female lead role in Star Wars, which is very progressive, very cool.
Mostly lead role, yeah. Well, we had Rey in Force Awakens.
Oh, never mind. You're right.
Yeah,
Rey. I'm totally fucked up, but she has the Force. She doesn't count.
That's true. That's right. Because this story is not about the Force, other than Monk Boy. But he's not a Jedi.
Some chick who's probably gotten into a lot of trouble, and they're like, "Hey,
this is a rebellion.
Yeah,
I rebel."
Right. I love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching this trailer breakdown. My name has been Josh, and will be Josh tomorrow.
It might not be. It might be Bog the Smelly.
That's true. I might be anything, but I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this trailer breakdown. And James?
Yes, sir?
Thanks for coming over.
Oh, thank you for inviting me over. It was a great time making this video with you, man. I hope everybody enjoys it.
Absolutely. You guys have a good one.